Let's dive into a story that starts right at the very end of one life, and at the confusing, feverish beginning of another. We're about to see a change so sudden, so jarring, it makes you question what it even means to be alive.
It all begins in darkness. Complete, total darkness. The very first thing you feel isn't light or a sound. It's a voice, a child's voice crying out from somewhere deep inside your own head.
And that's the first real thought our main character has. Except it doesn't feel like her thought. It's someone else's pain. All she knows is this burning fever and a sense of being completely and utterly lost.
So yeah, these first few moments of being awake are just a total haze, like a bad dream where every single thing you feel and hear is just wrong.
As she tries to move, just trying to get away from the heat, she gets her first clue that something is seriously off. The bed she's on, it isn't soft at all. It's hard, prickly, and it makes this dry, rustling sound, kind of like crushed straw.
So she tries to speak to ask what's going on, but the voice that comes out, it's not her own. It's this high-pitched, childish voice, the exact same one she heard in her head just a minute ago. It's this absolutely terrifying disconnect between who she is on the inside and this body. She manages to force her eyes open, and this is the world she sees. A world of real, grinding poverty. The bed is hard, the blanket smells, the ceiling is black with soot. And for her, a lifelong bookworm, the most horrifying part of it all? In this strange, dirty little room, there isn't a single bookshelf. Not one book.
So all this confusion in her head is about to become a terrifying physical reality. This is the moment where she gets undeniable proof.
As her vision finally starts to clear, this is what she sees. A tiny, frail, almost sickly-looking little hand. And then the truly chilling part hits her. She thinks, make a fist, and the little hand clenches. She can control it. This hand isn't hers, but somehow it is.
I mean, you can just feel the conflict in her mind, right? Her entire identity, who she knows herself to be, Urano, an adult woman, is fighting against what she can see and feel. The reality is right there, but her brain just can't accept it.
And just look at the difference between her two lives. She was Urano, a fresh college grad who had just scored her absolute dream job at a university library. Her life was about to be filled with books, and now she's Myne, a sick little kid in some primitive, filthy room with no books in sight. It's just a staggering downgrade.
Amidst all this horror, her mind flashes back to how she died. Her very last memory was an earthquake and being buried by her own massive book collection. And she has this moment of dark humor where she realizes she didn't just die, she suffered a social death, an ending so painfully ironic for a book lover, you almost have to laugh. Okay, so just as she's trying to wrap her head around all of this, the story takes another sharp turn. She's about to have her first conversation in this new world, and it triggers something, well, something overwhelming. The door creaks open, and in walks this woman who is just a total contradiction. She's genuinely beautiful with this striking jade green hair, but she's also clearly unwashed. It's the first real sign of how poor this world is.
The woman starts talking to her, but the words, they're just noise. Complete gibberish. It's a language she doesn't understand, and it just makes her feel even more alone and isolated.
But then something happens. The sound of that voice and hearing that name, Myne, it's like it flips a switch. An entire lifetime of memories that are not hers, just comes flooding into her mind like a tidal wave. It's painful, it's confusing, it's everything all at once. And just like that, the world shifts on its axis. The woman speaks again, the exact same way she did before, but this time the words are perfectly clear. That flood of memories didn't just bring pain, it brought the key. It brought the language of this new world. So now there's this incredible war going on inside her. Her rational mind, Urano's mind, knows this woman is a total stranger. But Myne's memories, Myne's feelings, are now her feelings too. And they create this deep, powerful, totally unearned love for this person. Her own logic is fighting a little girl's love for her mother, until one side finally gives in. And with that one word, the fight is over. At least for now. In that moment, she stops being just the ghost of Urano in a strange body, and for the very first time, she truly becomes Myne. So now that she's got this fragile new identity, she starts to piece together the world around her. And that's when she makes a discovery so horrifying, it's a book lover's absolute worst nightmare.
Using Myne's memories, she starts to get her bearings. She's in a city called Ehrenfest, in one of the poorer districts, living in this tiny little apartment. The memories are slowly painting a picture of her new, very small place in this huge, unfamiliar world.
And the details that fill in that picture are, well, they're jarring. Her family has naturally green and blue hair, which is weird enough, but there are no mirrors. Taking a bath just means wiping yourself down with a wet rag. It is a shocking, primitive step back in time.
But this is what truly breaks her. She asks her older sister, Tuli, for a book, any book, but Tuli just looks at her confused. She's never heard the word book before, or letters. It's not that they don't have any books. The very idea of a book might not even exist for them.
And that really brings us to the biggest question of her new life, doesn't it? If you're a person whose entire world, whose whole reason for being was wrapped up in reading, what do you do when you wake up in a world without books? What's the point of even going on?
And it all comes down to this. Not some grand plan, not a shout of defiance, just this one quiet, desperate thought. It's a wish that's going to set her on an incredible path, and it leaves us wondering, if there are no books to be found, could she ever possibly find a way to make one herself?